That's a great introduction. Thank you. All right, so I'm nervous. Thanks for having me. All right, let's get into it. So, I am standing in line for the local gay club, Club 340 in Pomona. DJ West, who used to spin at my old haunt, the Oasis, is the owner of this place. I am a gay about to be 40. I am a relic trying to blend in with the youth, with the thin and lean, the dreamers who do not yet realize that they are only just dreams, the barely bruised fruit of today. I am a rotted banana, going to the bar and ordering dinosaur food. I listen to the music and wonder when everything started sounding the same. Had it always sounded the same? I wonder if it was always this loud. Was it always this loud? I asked the bartender if they play Madonna here. He asked me who Madonna is. And I suffer a mild stroke. I was just an old uncle wandering around looking to connect to one of these children of the corn that had forgot all about their history. I realized that it was just a little over 13 years I had spent in prison, but it may have well transported me to another reality. A reality where I'm not sure where I belong or even if I should belong. Am I doing it right? Am I moving at the right pace, even though I had so much time waste? Everyone had moved on, and I was guided into a future where I thought I could walk into and somehow still understand. In prison, you see, in prison I was young, I was beautiful, I was desired. I had somehow managed to find myself on a prison yard where it was an older crowd. Old Shady Acres retirement home for the criminally prone. So most people in my yard were older and I was half their age and just feeling myself, and I suppose that it helped that my only competition were the first bricks thrown at Stonewall. They were just walking around, trying to connect and find that husband. I say all of this because in that small world, when I was younger, I was a catch. I was something noticeable. I was something. But that's not saying much when you see that convalescent home I did the majority of my time in. But here and now in the free world, past the age of 40, I am nothing. In the first months of my release, I downloaded Grindr. Oh, come on, yeah, see? I just wanted to check it out, I was curious. I had no idea what I was doing, but I knew exactly what I was doing. I was gonna get laid the good old, new fashioned way. Well, in all actuality, if I'm being honest, I think I was just trying to connect. I was feeling a little lonely and truly, I don't know why I actually thought I could make a connection with Love 269 or Looking to Suck 95. And what were all these terms and acronyms? What was an otter or a pig? HMU, BB, PNP, GEN. Oh wait, no, that's Jen. Like Jennifer with a J, but totally not like Jennifer with a J. And then she's talking about my homegirl Jennifer Tapia in the county jail because that bitch was a certified hoe. And I really should have understood at this point what Jen actually meant, because she was my personal life coach and spiritual leader back in the 08s, schooling me on the craft of hoedom, for the self-employed girl on the go. And I clearly remembered her educating me that on her Craigslist ads, yes, you heard that right, Craigslist, you can Google it, that she would specifically seek generous men, which basically said that you charge for your services, which was totally revolutionary for me at the time, like some Paul Revere shit, let me tell you, because I just gave it away back in the day. And here, she ran a business. Grindr was a learning curve, to be sure. I questioned my allegiance to the gay empire, uncertain that I could even hang because I was already near gay retirement, approaching my 40th birthday days after prison release. It was the year of internment, but I wouldn't let that stop me. I had little time left before my gay death, so imagine this. The newly released gay man, never had a smartphone, never had a Facebook or Instagram on this dating app, just trying to connect and not realizing what location permissions meant or implied. I would get a text, that whatever, what I mean. So like, hey man, you're right across the street. Like, can you see me? Is my phone government, the NSA? Are my dick and butthole pictures uploading in the Pentagon right now? Like, is there a file with my name on it? Like, what did I just do? I wasn't sure of anything. I was left behind. Where else? Well, I mean, I was left behind. And where else was I supposed to go when I went to prison, but to prison? I guess that never really clicked for me. That I was not on pause or on a shelf being watered there somewhere, and here in the real world, awaiting my full Voldemort return from the ashes. There was no Horcrux left out here for me, I can tell you. And I had always struggled to be okay with myself, so self-conscious in my gayness that I often made it a burden in everything that I do, even on this stupid gay dating app. At times, right after my release from prison, I felt like a man, an infant in a man's body. Never taken seriously because of my sexuality. I felt strange, I felt scared. I knew I had lost too much time. I had peaked in prison, to be honest. And that moment when gravity helped the oversized features of my face look good, well, that was 8 years prior to my release when I was 32. I had no real job, I had no car, no bank account. My clothes were hand-me-downs or bought for me by my parents. I felt like a failure. I couldn't see the love coming around the corner because I didn't allow myself the eyes to see, and I didn't give myself a chance. In prison, I was young and beautiful, and now I was nothing. I was dealing with the reintegration of myself into society and the fluctuation of time. I knew people had gotten older, had had experiences and lived lives, but I still expected to find everyone where I had left them. Even worse, I expected to find me where I once was in their lives. I wasn't there anymore. I felt the pressure to be okay. I felt the pressure to be an adult, to learn all the things I had missed and to learn them yesterday, to find a pathway, to find a damn job. Going into commercial driving as a profession was never what I wanted. That's not the dream, at least not for this artistic character. Unfortunately, it was my only real option at the time. And it's a man's world, a straight man's world, that the gay realness that I give is hard to navigate in. So, there it is again. That feeling that my sexuality walked into the room before me. Trying to get these straight man careers, I wonder how much of it is me. Is it only a big deal to me because I was so tortured for it for so long growing up? Am I secretly prejudiced against myself? Would it be so bad if I was? Would it be so bad if I was because I never asked for this? I never wanted to be gay. I always thought it was the least interesting part of me, the most unimportant. But the world always had a way of reminding me that that was all I ever could be. When I was a boy, all I ever wanted was to like girls, to like sports and violence, to love all the things that the other boys were filling themselves up on, that their ravenous hearts ate up on. When I was a small kid at night, I prayed to something that could never hear me. I prayed for a bag of magic, and I imagined this bag of magic looking like some kind of iridescent sand, and it would be secured in a sandwich baggie. Its colors were hues of copper and green, like a summer beetle. And I would use this bag of magic to make me normal. I prayed for this so earnestly that I never, not once, ever imagined that I would never happen. Every morning, I would wake up with a start, looking around for this, and every morning I would wake up with nothing but myself. And how horrifying that was for me, to be left with myself. How disappointed I was by that. I can still feel the loss. I still marvel at the improbable as it leaves a palpable foiled taste in my mouth. Improbable because somehow a small part of me still believes, a small part of me still deceives, and I am still surprised that it never happened because I believe so heartily that it would, that these things happened and that there was a God that would make it so, that there was a God still listening, that there was a God that would give me a pile of magic to unmake me what it had already shaped me to be, as the creationists deny our creation. I never thought that simply being gay was special. Certainly not special enough to target and hate, but what do I know? Maybe I even joined in from time to time. Oh fuck, my 5-year-old self said to me, and I couldn't see it all quite clearly, I was going to have a hard life. Why else would I pray for a goddamn bag of magic? I never wanted to be gay. I always thought it was the most least interesting part of me, the most unimportant. But the world had always found a way to remind me that it was all I could ever be. They made it so hard, forced me to learn and to create, to think outside the box. They swirled the fire around me that crafted nearly everything about me. My existence and everything about its capacity was nurtured and empowered by that hate and fear. I am because of that. Everything they were afraid of helped to make me, and I am grateful most days. But others I am still sad. I am something unsure of where to go, but certain in how to walk. I am something chasing the sun as it heads towards the horizon. Again and again, I reach out to that part of me that can never quite forgive me for hating me so much. I promise that it'll be enough. That moment when I was truly happy, that moment when I knew how to be, even though I could never quite see the very best parts of it, is carried on the grass, cradled in wood, all the things that I thought I understood. I set it ablaze, I get drunk on the haze of blinding possibilities, just trying to figure out those bitter parts of me, the ones that feel like a stain, but I gain small comforts on the way. I gain this moment on display. I gain the words that shape my life. I feel the faith of a religious type. As I pray for the moments that will never decay, I let them stay. The ones that live on forever as we share our thoughts and memories, as we hold on to these. As the last dregs of hesitation leaves us laughing under the covers. It feels like laughter in the dark as we hold on to each other. It feels like laughter as we hold on to each other. It feels like laughter.